You'll never see it coming. A tagline that no wrestling fan, especially me, can turn dirty. And if you believe that about me, you must be a new viewer. I'm John Rethlin with my predictions for WWE SummerSlam 2020. If you are a new viewer, thank you very much for watching. But yes, I do have a very dirty mind when it comes to stuff, but though I don't really need to tell anyone else that because that's how I get through life. You gotta have some humor. So, I am recording these on Wednesday due to the fact I have a lot of work and a lot of other videos I'm going to be doing for the next few days. And also the card seems mostly set. This is taking place in the Amway Center, which is pretty goddamn nice because, hey, they can do some more shit in an arena instead of in the Performance Center. Now, the Performance Center has served its purpose. And they've done what they can to try and get some interaction, but the PC recruits doing some stuff and the NXT talents that aren't really doing anything, reacting, it's kind of felt staged. So now what they're going to do is they're going to create WWE Thunderdome. Can't we get beyond Thunderdome at this point? Since my time machine is in the repair shop, god damn it, those things are fucking expensive. Smackdown has not happened yet, and I haven't seen what's happened on Smackdown. That's going to be the first look at WWE Thunderdome. It's either going to be really good or an epic disaster. Now, 8-match card, and Payback is literally a week after SummerSlam, so I think we're going to get some rematches and some other stuff. So I think, yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see. I actually think SummerSlam could be pretty damn good. I don't know if it's going to be great, but let's find out. So, I'm going to go quickly through some of these matches. Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Zelina Vega is also going to be there. Zelina Vega, who poisoned Montez Ford. They could have just laid him out backstage, and then it could have been, oh, who attacked Montez, even though it would have been pretty fucking obvious. The poisoning thing was just weird. I didn't really see the point to it. I think the Street Profits retain here. Andrade and Garza just have not really done it for me. Like, and they're a good team. Do not fucking get me wrong. They're a good team. But I think the Street Profits retain here. Because otherwise, what kind of revenge are they going to be able to get unless they at least retain here? And then maybe you get some payback. Or get a match of Payback and you have Andrade and Garza win there. In a match that nobody will care about. But that being said, I think the match will be, well performed. And the champs retain. Then we get Apollo versus MVP, U.S. title match. Lashley and Shelton banned from ringside. One-on-one match until Cedric distracts Apollo and MVP wins. Either that or what happens is Cedric ends up distracting the MVP and then goes to Apollo, yeah, I'm glad to help you. Oh, you didn't pick me, motherfucker? And then beats his ass, and then we get that match at Payback, and maybe we get Cedric as a heel, not aligned with the Hurt Business, and he decides to just, take down Apollo and take the U.S. title, saying, I'm going to prove to you that you should have picked me. But one way or another, I think MVP is actually going to win the championship here. But also, Cedric is going to go heel. He has to go heel. I'm not saying it's going to necessarily work, but with the way they're going with it, they got to have him go heel. And then we go Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, WWE Championship match. I'm not doing this card in order, mainly because I don't know how the fuck the card order is going to be, but I want Drew to win. I want him to win real bad. Randy Orton's winning. Now, Drew could win at Payback, and we could just give Orton another title reign for a week, which I think would be really stupid, but it would be a total Vince thing to do. But I think Randy Orton's going to win here. I don't know how he's going to win. He could win. Maybe the whole Ric Flair thing could end up being a ruse, and Ric Flair could end up blowing Drew, and that he actually didn't punt Ric Flair. But no, I think Orton's going to beat him straight up. You'll never see it coming. It'll be an RKO out of nowhere, even though people should know the RKO is coming. That Orton is coming with his RKO. I'm going to keep saying that until I make this as uncomfortable as possible, because you'll never see Randy coming with his RKO. Man, maybe they should call it RCO for... Moving on. This is going to be a title change, though. I don't want it to happen. I really don't want Drew's title reign to end, but I think Orton's winning here. Then we get Dominic Mysterio, Haley Joel Stereo as I call him, with Rey Mysterio, his dad, in case you didn't know, versus Seth Rollins with Murphy. It's a street fight. I think this is going to open the show. I think it's going to be a lot like, and somebody said this, and I forget who, and I actually agree with it. It's going to be a lot like Ray and Angle at SummerSlam 2002. One of the best SummerSlams in history, in my opinion. Where it's going to be a really high, fast-paced match. It's going to be, high energy, fast-paced. I'm not a fan of Dominic, as you know, but I give him credit, full credit for taking that lashing and that caning. That was pretty fucking brutal. He will not win. For the love of fucking God, don't you dare have Dominic win this. He does not need to win this match. Rollins should win this match. Because it's Dominic's first match. Yes, he will be taking him lightly and this kind of stuff and everything, but watch Dominic win after a street fight. All these, weapons and everything with the most devastating maneuver in all of professional wrestling, the surprise roll-up. Seth Rollins is going to win. Because if Dominic wins, I might have to tear up my notes on camera. And I recognize that he has potential. I do. I don't buy into it. I think this is going to backfire on him. I think he will go away for a while after this. He'll get some more seasoning. Somebody said, and I forget who, and I'm not taking credit for this, but somebody said he will show back up under the Rey Mysterio mask in a number of months, which is entirely possible if WWE has the patience for that. But Seth Rollins is going to win, or otherwise I'm going to shred my notes live on camera. Like one fan, like my one reaction is really what anybody should go by. But I got Rollins winning. We then get Bayley versus Asuka for the Smackdown Women's Championship. I have this going on first for this reason. Sasha is going to inadvertently, she's not going to do it to get Bayley DQ'd, but she's going to help Bayley retain because Bayley has not beaten Asuka. She's like 0-5 against her. Bayley winning and beating Asuka, even with Sasha's help, is what's going to drive this story. Now, I'm not into the whole Bayley-Sasha thing anymore, but if they want to try and make it work, this is how they need to fucking make it work. Like, I could give two fucking shits when they face off. I could care less if they have a best-of-7 series and the matches tear the house down. They've lost the plot on this whole thing with me. But Bayley beats Asuka. Okay? Bayley beats Asuka, Sasha helps her. And then, later, and it may even be the next match, Asuka faces Sasha, and then Bayley doesn't help Sasha. Asuka wins. So, yes, Sasha gets a short title reign again. But, then you have Bayley and Sasha defend the Women's Tag Team Championships at Payback. They lose, and then the friction finally happens, and then you get something going with Bayley and Sasha. And maybe they have a Hell in a Cell match. Maybe if they do the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view concept, I would do Halloween Havoc, and I would just, do something like that. But honestly, that's what's going to happen. Bayley's going to retain. Sasha's going to lose. Asuka's going to walk out with the Raw Women's Championship, and then you're going to go with that. Because that seems like the most likely and most logical scenario. So watch them have Asuka lose both matches, and then we just completely give up on everything. Now we get Sonya versus Mandy, hair versus hair match. I'm going to say really quickly once again, like in a video I put up on Twitter, you can search for it if you want, about the few vocal idiots that were upset because kayfabe was broken because Mandy was staying with Sonya the night that, she was almost kidnapped and people were probably almost killed, by that stalker guy. If you're upset the kayfabe got broken because lives were threatened, fuck you, assholes, seriously. But as for this match, because I'm not going to get that angry about it. Sonya's losing. Mandy's got to win. They are advertising Mandy having, this soccer mom type haircut. Oh, God, she's got a shorter hairstyle. She's clearly a soccer mom. She's going to want to speak to the manager next. No, Sonya's losing. I think Sonya will be fine, bald. I think she will pull that off. It will drive her crazy more. She can eventually become SmackDown Women's Champion. Or you could put her on Raw, have Sonya be the one to beat Asuka eventually. Or have Sonya beat Shayna if Shayna were to beat Asuka. You could go with a lot of different scenarios. But Sonya's losing her hair. She's going to snap more. She's going to become a more violent character. Now we get Braun versus The Fiend for the Universal Championship. One of two things is happening. We are either getting the title change and Otis cashes in, or we are getting Braun retaining and Otis cashes in. Otis is cashing in, and Otis is going to walk out as champion. I'd be very surprised if he didn't, because he wasn't on TV all that much, and now all of a sudden, he's like back on, and it's kind of undefined what he's actually going to be doing, what his motivations are. If Otis does not cash in here, I would actually be amazed. Because Payback, sure, you could go maybe with Braun versus Otis, Brodus, if you will. No, don't bring that guy back. Because I think, honestly, the Fiend being Universal Champion doesn't do anything for me. It just fucking doesn't. I'm sorry. Otis cashing in doesn't do anything for me either, but I think that's what's going to fucking happen. I'll probably shred my goddamn notes there if that happens, because I don't really care for Otis. I don't. That doesn't mean other people can't. But Otis is cashing in. Otis will likely be WWE Champion by the end of the night. And it's going to be a or Universal Champion. It's still going to be fucking catastrophic. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm Joe Ritlin. I'll see you soon.